Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And our guest this morning is Mike Peters, all the way from South Wales in the United Kingdom. So let's all please welcome Mike. And as soon as I can find him, he should be here in just a second. For some reason, I can't see him, but he will be here. And in the meantime, I will bring up some pictures, and hopefully everybody's doing good. And Paul, nice to see you. Good to see you. Leslie Hadley, Michelle, Naomi, and Paul. So anyway, let me give another wait here for him. But in the meantime, I'm just going to bring up some pictures until he gets here. This is Mike Peters from South Wales and his cute boys and his wife, his lovely wife. But I know he's trying to get back on here, so I will just keep going, and I hope everybody's doing well out there. Paul, what a wonderful morning show on that. It really was a terrific show you did this morning, and I appreciate that because I deal with that all the time, what you were talking about. So it made sense for me. It was pretty awesome. So thank you. I just appreciate that. And again, Mike was right here, so I apologize. But you know what? We'll just keep shooting the breeze with you guys until he shows up. But so how is everybody doing out there? Naomi, good morning. Naomi, good to see you. Brooke, good to see you. Would love to see you all here. Yeah, you know, Mike Peters is a great guy. He he's now on our what do you call it? See, this is what happens, Paul, you know, with this aphasia stuff. It kind of gets you. But it happens when you, it's good that Mike was there at our show yesterday. It was pretty awesome. So it's good to see people come out of their shell to do this. And I'm really happy that we do this happy hour every Wednesday. So it's pretty fun to do that, and I appreciate everybody being there. So anyway, good morning. It is a beautiful day. The weather here is perfectly sunny. We have not had any remnants of the storm Laura, so we're hopefully won't see too much of that since we're further from the storm. Than we're about 7 hours from where it actually hit Louisiana and South Texas. So anyway, good morning, Lynn. Good morning, you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Mike, if you're out there, let me know where you are. But that's okay. I could see that morning salute. Paul, Quillen, Loris, nice to see you guys here. And I'm just waiting for my buddy Mike Peters to tell his story. He's got a great story about, he spent 5 months in the hospital, which, every story is different, and it's good to hear all these stories because it just shows that we all have our own fingerprint. Mine's different than yours. Ours are all different, and we have similarities, and it's pretty amazing. So didn't plan to have me just shooting the breeze by myself, but it's okay. He will be here. I know we just talked a few minutes ago, so he will be here, and I downloaded a bunch of pictures of Mike, and if anybody recognized Mike right there, he was on our Zoom last night, and it was a pretty awesome show yesterday. It was fun to see everybody out there and doing that. So we need to keep doing this every Wednesday. Stroke is funny. It really brings you out of your shell. It actually, at first, it puts you in your shell. you're isolated. You don't feel you want to talk to anybody. With me, since I'll talk about myself, um, he I was so isolated. I didn't want to speak to one person. I was really embarrassed that I had a stroke. I always thought it was the elderly that had had strokes, and and it's not. I was 49 years old um, when I had mine. Just amazing. Um, but my story is a little different. I spent 2.5 months in the hospital, and um, it was quite the journey. And I can say I actually liked the hospital food. Maybe I was a strange breed, but when you spend that much time in the hospital, and then you're able to eat, um, then you start liking the food. Because before, I was tired of eating mush, and I know we all do that. Um, Look at you, Paul. You got some good ideas there. And you know what? I will do that. Resend the link. Gosh, you guys are smart. I wish it was um, that smart, but you're right. Here it goes. I'm sending it. You guys are really, really making my life easier. What I can say is I'm really happy that I know you all, because it's really um, it's helped me out a lot to get involved with this community like this. And Michelle, you know what? Okay, I'm kind of being not good here. So yeah, I was 49, Michelle, when I had my stroke. 49 years old. I'm 59, so I'm coming up on 10 years. October 22nd. It will be my celebration of life. So that'll be there. Um, and I'll just go through some of these comments, and I appreciate you again being here, because it makes a big difference to have people out there and just trying to enjoy what we're doing, trying to raise awareness of stroke, aphasia. Um, right on, Paul. You're right. It is. It is. And let's just get back to here. So there we go, Paul. Boom. I love it. And Paul, look at you. You're the best. Gosh dang it. You're pretty awesome that you guys are here, and I appreciate it. Leslie, nice to see you too. Good to be here. Um, Michelle, we just saw you there, which is great. Let me just go back to here and see. No, not here yet. So yeah, I did send the link, and let's see who else. Naomi, good morning, and I say good morning, Jerry, and let's see, is that anybody else? And Mike, I see that, but Mike's not here. I have pictures of him, so we can talk about that. And let's see here. Get back here. Brooke, nice to see you. Yep, that's right. Everybody's different. It's so true. It's funny. I talk to a lot of stroke survivors, as you all do, and it's pretty it's pretty amazing how our stories are different. Just to go back, I had my stroke, and 10 years ago, I couldn't talk, and that was the funniest thing is when I couldn't talk, I had tons of people come to the hospital, and all I could do was shake my head. I kept thinking, how fun is it? How fun is this for them? Me trying to talk, it just kind of crazy. All I could do is shake my head, and but that's it is what it is. What are you gonna do? I mean, we all go through this journey, and just do the best we can do. Don't just stop sitting back and do nothing. This is stuff we have to do all the time. We have to. Sorry, I'm gonna put this on here, but we need to do this all the time, and just talk to each other. It makes a big difference. Yes, look at that. Someone sending likes. But yeah. So it is a shock when you have a stroke. First of all, I say all the time, stroke is not for the weak. Um, Very, very hard. Now I'm gonna bring up some pictures just because he's got some great. I don't know if you knew, and I don't want to. ruin everything because, but you can see Mike here was definitely, he was into, they say it differently in the United Kingdom, but plays or theatrics. I got that out, but he's doing a great job. That's what he did before. I don't know if he's doing now, but probably not. But hey, we just take it one day at a time. We push hard, and I I work on this all the time. I probably don't work. I thought I'm okay with just speaking, but so many times, as I mentioned this morning when I was putting in chat for Paul's show this morning, sometimes I mean I could see this all the time, and now I just brush it off when I'm talking. People don't understand me. I can see them just like, what are you saying? And whatever, and I have to just change the subject. I forget what I'm saying. Um, but what are you going to do, right? But yeah, this so it's I'm kind of getting confused here with all the comments. So there's a stroke mentality here. And Paul, you are doing great. It's great to see you yesterday and getting really involved. So that really made me happy to see that, and I appreciate that. That was fun. I had a great time yesterday. And for those of you that watched afterwards, Dr. Karen Sullivan, her show was amazing. And I suggest you all watch that yesterday's show with her. She was really, really amazing. She did a great job. Okay, so let's see here and see if my friend is somewhere around here, and I think he is. We're going to just give it a shot. So I think you're upside down. Yep, there is Mike standing on his head. Mike, what's up? You're upside down. It was all crystal. There you are, my friend. How are you? Can you see me and hear me? Oops. Okay. Okay, we'll just keep me blabbering along here. Yeah, so okay, Paul, are you saying because for some reason my camera, I have a separate camera. I do have a computer camera as well, and funny thing is my computer camera just turned on, so I don't know what's going on here because I'm not that savvy enough to figure out my computer and all that. But let's see. Good morning, Sabrina. How are you? Nice to see you, Deb. Nice to see you too. And Jana, how is Canada with Serena, Farron, and all the above? But so anyway, going back to Paul, I love my blabber too because I won't remember, but that's okay. This is good. I'm glad you guys are all communicating with each other. But again, Paul, Mike Peters from South Wales, United Kingdom. He and I were streaming this morning. It worked perfectly. So I'm not sure what's going on right now. But you know what? What are we going to do? But I want to go back to what we were talking about this morning. Well, Paul was talking. We were all chatting with aphasia. It is kind of crazy when people talk to you that don't understand. So you're the best. Oh wait, that's me. Thank you. I appreciate it, Serena. I was actually clicking on that one, but yeah, I don't blabber better, but I just blabber, and it's funny. This stroke stuff is just, you know what? Take it one day at a time. Be positive. Just work your words out with me, and I think someone else too had the same issue that I did or do, and I think it was good morning, Marcelo. When I'm talking, sometimes just kind of I lose train of thought, but I want to go back to when I go to the grocery store or do anything out talking to people. I I just lose my words, and I can see people kind of look at me going, I can see they're not frustrated, but they just don't know what I'm saying. Now, I wonder anybody else have that happen where they just look at you, and I can tell they are not understand what I'm saying. So I just stopped talking enough. I'm with Barb, my wife, that I just let her talk. It's just, but yeah. So Naomi, let's see. I know, it's funny. I know you guys can all see this, I think, for the most part, these comments. So, Naomi, after a year, we act like it's a game. Who knows what Gene is saying? Hey, it's funny. It actually is funny for me because Barb, I can see her do the same thing when I'm talking, and it comes out completely wrong. Then, but she knows I know how to handle it with her. It's almost like she kind of not walks away, but it's funny. We just have a little kind of little thing we've gotten used to over the last 10 years. It used to be worse, but it still happens. It still happens of the blabbering, all. But so let's see, Leslie. I learned so much from aphasia. Oh, from me too. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised you learned from me because I blabber and sometimes it doesn't make sense. But you know what the greatest thing about this is you all understand. I mean, we probably don't understand. You don't understand me talking, but you understand what we're going through. Because, I have, it was a lot worse, trust me, 10 years ago, aphasia. But it still has it now. I talked to Bill Connors several times I don't know, 3-4 times a month. And he tells me it's expressive aphasia where, I think we all know this. So everybody, here goes. Everybody knows what we want. We know what we want to say, but we can't get it all out. Let's see here. One thing here, but I'm looking for my pal. Let's see here. Hangouts are a very wonderful way of speaking. Let's get it. Look at these. I appreciate this, and it really makes me happy to see you all here. Let's see. Where is? There we go. I'm just going to bring this up again. We'll give it another try here. Here we go, and there is. Come on. Don't see you. There we are. How are you both?
We're fine, thank you. Very good.
Good. Nice to see you.
You too.
Good.
Technical issues.
Hey, trust me, I understand. Thank you for helping.
No problem.
Hey, Mike, I just want to ask. I'm so glad to connect again with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and your wife, she is a priest or a pastor?
Yeah, she's a priest.
Okay.
A Reverend
Awesome.
Jude Peters, yeah.
Yeah, I have a beautiful picture right here. If you could see it, can you see that?
Yeah.
Those are your boys, your two boys.
Me and my
wife,
yeah.
And your wife, yeah, beautiful picture. Look how handsome you look, and your boys. But anyway, let's see here. I know we so many comments already, and you probably know all the folks out in our community there. We'll get into you in just a second here, and Naomi, and then you saw Paul yesterday, Quillen on the happy hour stream.
Yeah, that was fab. I enjoyed it.
Yes. And Paul Cummings. So I had a couple questions here and wanted to just start with I've got so many pictures that I downloaded for today's show. And so Could you kind of explain who was Mike Peters before your stroke?
Superstar. Um, I loved. um, if you've got a pandemic, call Nurse Trot.
Right?
So yeah, pantomime is when you dress up as a woman and you sing and dance and wear silly costumes.
So that's what you did. I mean, and I've got a lot of great pictures. And let's see, there's so many, and you work hard on your therapy still.
Yes, daily challenges because my aim is to get back on stage. Whether I'll be in a dress remains to be seen.
That's okay. So when did you have your stroke, Mike?
Right, in 2016. Um, First of all, I had a heart attack. Um, I I had heartburn and thought, oh dear, and my daughter made me go to the doctors the next day, and then they did an ECG and then blue lighted me with morphine to the hospital, where I had 2 stents because it was buy one get one free day.
What? Oh yeah, I love your attitude. That's awesome. So you have 2 for 1 deal, but then you had a
To
stroke.
have bug offs in America.
Yeah, and then how did you have a stroke, and what led to that?
Right, this is. I've got a funny sense of humor. Bear with me. The phone's ringing.
Oh, no problem. Don't worry about a thing, Mike. I'll just keep bringing up some beautiful pictures here. So you had a heart attack, and then your stroke was after.
Yeah, I came out of hospital 3 days later. I was in the lounge. I popped to the kitchen, came back in, went to sit down on the sofa and slipped, and that was it. I was on the floor and I shouted for my boys, but they didn't come. So I thought, what next? I shouted for my dog, Grace, and she came.
Yeah, that's let's see here. And is this Grace?
No, that's my new one, Maud.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Grace died, and but after I came out of hospital, she lay on the bed with me, and she'd get off the bed. The cat would come in and take its own turns looking after me.
Nice, nice. And so how long were you in the hospital?
5 months.
5 months. And obviously inpatient, and you did therapy in there. Because I have a picture here also of you um, doing therapy, which I think is just remarkable that you're, because that's what I used to do in the pool too. And I know exactly what you're doing there. I know the feeling of walking not stable.
I cried on that day because I said her name's Toots, and I'll tell you where this is later. I said, let go, I can do it, and I did it.
Oh, so that was a happy cry.
I just I just filled the pool up more with tears, yeah, tears of joy.
Right, right, right. Love that. But that's great that you do that. And me looking at you doing that, I need to get back into the pool. But so after that,
Yes, I just
oh, keep going.
right. So I was in the hospital on a stroke ward, um, which was run by a sister.
Really? Yeah. I imagine, Salud, Grace must have been very attached to you. Looks like he's frozen there, but yeah, Mike's and such a gentle speaker, and I love that. So yeah, the Wi-Fi must be a little off there. Yeah, Gene tried salt water, did not work. Oh, really? Didn't work. But I know the water is just where mine. I used to. They had a treadmill in water, and it was like 100 and I'm guessing about 100 degrees, and it's just getting out was a little difficult. But yeah, so anyway, just wait back here, and okay. So he mentioned, Mike, you mentioned about some of the things that you did beforehand, and I love some of the pictures. I mean, look at you, Mike. If you're listening, that's pretty spectacular. And then Salute, you and I talked about Mike, his wife. He does have a daughter, I believe, not there, but and the wife and two boys, and she's a priest. Awesome. I think it's terrific. And I believe this is the one here with his wife, daughter, and the two boys. A little older picture, but yeah. So here we go, Mike. We are kind of not there right now, so I don't know exactly where you are, but I know you'll get back on here just in a second. But so yeah, I'll bring up comments here. So yeah, that's what he said. Buy one, the stents. Buy one and get one free. Don't you love his sense of humor? Just amazing, just amazing. So yeah, so I'll just wait, Mike, until you pop back on. But yeah, it's like I mentioned, stroke is not for the weak, and I'm glad. Yeah, that's right. There we go. It's me again, blabbing around here. But I will bring up some pictures of that Mike has that he did. And Deb, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. It really means a lot. I really, really do. So thank you for being here. And good morning, Virginia. And internet is messy lately. Yeah, you know what? This is crazy. I don't know. It's been kind of difficult. Mine has been working flawlessly today. I don't know what is going on. But okay, so I just got a message that his internet just went down. So, but I know he and his wife will probably figure it out. But I can probably go back to blabbering about how back I think I left it off when I was speaking. It's just I don't want to say a disaster because I love to speak, and I used to, believe it or not, before my stroke, managing several banks worth billions of dollars. I had to speak in front of everybody, and it's kind of me looking back thinking, wow, I spoke, and now me speaking, it would just be. I'm not going to make fun of myself, but I'd be laughing at myself thinking, wow, what are you doing? What am I saying? So aphasia is just a crazy, cruel thing that happens when we all have it. But that's true. So I keep hearing some dings out here. I'm sure everybody else does. But okay, you're there. Okay, I'm sorry if I missed you. Let's see. I don't see you, Mike. There you are. Oh my gosh, I'm just not paying attention. Sorry, Mike. I have all these pictures.
Talking too much, Jerry.
I know. I have to, because when you don't talk, when you had your stroke, did you go through that phase as far as aphasia? You couldn't talk?
Well, no. And I always wonder, which would you prefer, a disability that you can't talk or physical?
Yeah, there. Wow, it's a good question because I know that. What do you think?
Well, I saw all sorts on the stroke ward over the 5 months, from Kevin next to me, who was fed through a peg, um, which was awful, really, while we were having our fish and chip on a Friday, you know,
Right.
he was having like, but the day before I left, I cried because I managed to watch him eat some chocolate mousse. Um,
Wow, that's terrific. But you've been there 5 months, and you went through the time. Because I know we've talked a while ago, and being involved in our community, um, that makes me feel good. I feel so much better now. And do you feel like that now that you found an outlet?
Well, definitely, since I met you and been on this, the support from everybody, I feel like I've got a bunch of therapists in my bag.
That's good though. I love it. Um, yeah. So you know Paul Quillen, right? He was there
Yeah.
yesterday, so you could read it. Yeah, I've always been an introvert, but the Myers Briggs test, I am. Yeah, I can't read it. Emma. Um, hey, all I know, Paul, you were terrific yesterday. So what else? So you're doing therapy now.
So
So
I'm lying there in bed thinking I can jump out of bed now. Um, this isn't going to last. And no, I couldn't move. Um, and I really struggled with my mental health. And luckily, there was one support worker there called Diamond Dave, who was, he made me find me again because I did lose myself. And he gave me my first bath, which, if you can
yeah,
remember having a bath as a baby, that's what it was like, um, and my first shave. So every time he sees me now, if I've got the slightest bit of stubble, he said, "Oi, Mr. Peters."
that's terrific. So do you still stay in contact with them?
I do, yes, because they basically saved my life. Um, so I go back every Christmas with loads of cakes.
Nice. That's nice. It's important. So wow, the pandemic has kind of messed all of us up. Do you do any more besides our group that we all associate with? Is there anything that makes you um, have the drive to keep going and
Well, I'll just say, when I was in hospital, I asked the doctor for some tablets to help with my mental state, and he said, "Why? A stroke does not affect your mental well-being." So what I did, I had a book in Holland or in hospital, a diary. So I left it open on this, and I'll read some of the words: feelings lonely, fed up, giving up, scared, suicidal, let down, emotionally exhausted, no help, suicidal, missing me. And I left that open on the side so somebody could see it. And I then got some tablets for my mental health.
really, wow. But you are so positive now. I mean, I didn't know you before during the stroke time, but you are like a blessing, and I really
I can
appreciate.
remember the day I changed because I run a stroke support group with Byron and Liz, who were amazing. I booked in people to come and talk, and I booked this lady, Georgie, who is in the Royal Air Force, but she has got has got something wrong with her, but she's done the Invictus Games, and she will be on my show in October.
Wow, wonderful! I can't wait to see that. Now, again, you have a passion. You've turned it into, now you're doing your own show.
And that's all because of you, Jerry.
You know what? I love you, Mike. I mean, Little Salute says you bring so much joy being here to share your story.
I think, we all say you go in a dark tunnel and you think you're never going to come out of it. Well, I didn't. There was one night in hospital, there was a nurse looking after me called Claire, and I begged her, said, please, for my wife, I'm not going to last the night. Sorry.
No. Hey, I understand. I 100% understand that. I think we all understand what we go through.
And then the nurse said, you're not, you're going to be fine. And I said, Claire, please fetch my wife. And she did.
Great. And your wife,
And I survived.
yes, you did. And you're just a great attitude. And I love this because I was on your show.
Because I also got sepsis of the gallbladder. So they were sending everything in that month. And now they send a bloody pandemic
What else?
to finish me off.
Yeah. But look at you now. Wow.
Oh, I've got so much. I just want to get back to, you showed that swimming. It's called Sandville Self-Help Centre, set up by a Gwyneth poacher who set it up for cancer patients. And it's a fantastic place. And I went there because there's not much physio in the community. So I thought, take the bull by the horns, find your own. So I go, and it's amazing. And she's an amazing person. And Toots, who who's in the pool with me to stop me drowning. So she didn't want to loose me that day. And I said, loose me.
Wow. That's incredible. Wow. How long ago was that?
That was in February, that. And, so I can't wait to get back,
Exactly.
because what I do a lot, I call what is called future history. It's a bit like golfers imagining hitting the ball and where it goes, but I used to do it with, right, I'm going to walk today, and I did because I'd already played it in my brain.
Yeah, you visualized it and you knew you could do it. Uh, yeah, so you had so you keep that book with you. Do you keep a journal?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then what I'm doing.
So Aaron, yeah. I'm finally back to therapy. I'm so happy.
Therapy. Oh, you can't beat it. I can't wait. Gwyneth, if you're listening, open up soon, please.
Yeah, that's right. Did you send it out to your friends and out there in your neck of the woods, South Wales, United Kingdom, right?
That's right, yeah. I'm not Welsh, though. I'm from Birmingham. Have you heard of Birmingham?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, this is right. You see Yvonne saying this is a shame that there's not enough therapy. And that's true. I do miss it too. And my therapists have been calling out to me saying, do you want to come back to therapy? We wear masks. I still don't want to go, but I need it.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, it'll look funny with a mask in a swimming pool, but I just want to get back there now.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I 100% agree.
Because they're really struggling as well, being a charity. So, they
Yeah.
struggle. So they need to get back because all the fundraisers have been cancelled as well.
Right. So tell me about how your show, what you're doing now to help other stroke survivors out, or even caregivers. Because I know you do your show. Is it once a week or a month?
It's supposed to be once a month, but I think it's going to be once a fortnight now. And on Friday this week, I've got an amazing family called the Devereaux Roberts, who were my best friends from Liverpool who've got two special needs. They're not children, young adults now. So we'll be telling their story. So they're an amazing caregivers, both of them. So I can't wait for that.
And when is it? When do you?
That's Friday at 4 p.m. my time, which is probably
10 my time, a.m.
10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
I've told my wife I need to get a clock with all the time zones on.
yeah, that's so true. Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with these comments here if they're coming on. So Paul says, "That's my little secret, but it's difficult to swim with the school or catch a wave and hang 10 in an abstract ocean." Yeah, I can't get in the ocean anymore, but that's okay, with all the sharks out there.
Yeah, my physical therapy, I had the amazing physios, which the first time I pretended to be asleep. I thought I can't do that, but they soon got used to it and used to wake me up and take me down to the torture chamber.
That's what you called it.
Yeah. So that was Claire, Toby, and Adrian, but they became my family and they didn't work weekends. So I really missed them because I wanted to do more and more.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Now Salud and Tom.
Oh, yeah. I just crack up with them. Tom just makes me laugh, trying to escape all the time.
It's so funny. It is. So Serena here, Serena from Nova Scotia, Canada. She's saying do therapy. Tom
Yeah.
is, you've seen their show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do that too. And I don't have the greatest range of motion. Tom does. How's your range of motion?
Sorry, say that again.
How is your range of motion, like arms and?
Yeah, no, very little left side. Walk with a quad stick, but my life has changed in the last 2 days because I've been given an electric power chair, so I can go around faster.
Yeah, and
So I'm like a Dalek. Do you know what a Dalek is?
I,
Exterminate, exterminate.
I love your sense of humor. Now, do you?
Over your head.
Yeah, it is. Um, what is it? So now, you mentioned yesterday at our happy hour, you have some good news to share with everybody.
Oh yes, my new car was arriving in January because of the pandemic, and it's going to change my life for independency. I press a button, the boot or the trunk, as you say, will open. A ramp comes out. I drive in and transfer to the driver's seat. I can't wait.
Oh, I bet you're so excited. It's soon, correct?
January, fingers
Yeah.
crossed, which I can on this hand, but not on the other one.
So, and Yvonne Kent from Greece, Athens. She was born in Liverpool. How funny.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So there's so much to your story that we probably haven't even touched on. You had your story.
I'll be
Yeah,
back.
I'll be back. Exactly.
Part 2.
That's right. You'll be. Keep going. I want you to keep telling your story.
Yeah, a couple of other things. We have a great organisation called the Stroke Association in the UK, but in Wales especially. And shout out to Nicola Dando, who's been there from day one, supporting in every way. So it's just amazing.
That's terrific.
But yeah, friends and family are really important. Beth is my main carer, but she's become a friend because they're like part of the family.
They, exactly. So
And it's the people who've been there, who've been in the hospital to see me numerous times, Claire and Gareth, and my bestie, Nira and Graham, who were there all the time.
So nice. It's important to have that support emotionally.
And the shout out as well, the youth theatre I used to run called Stage Door One is now being run by two of my friends, Alison and Kyle. So I'm just so glad I carried on.
Nice. So nice. And this is,
That's when I was Widow Twanky in Aladdin.
wow. Oh, nice. Love that. And let's see what else you've got. I've got some other ones that are just so amazing.
I didn't send the risque ones.
Yeah. So there were risque ones. Your daughter's in there.
Yeah, Alice, who's actually in New Zealand at the moment.
Oh, really?
She said to her mom, I can't go now. Dad's had a stroke. And I got angry actually, and I said, you've got to go. It just proves you have to live for today.
So true. So true. But I keep seeing some videos that you post that are of you're doing some therapy. Even, your affected hand. I know that feeling trying to get that chip in the mouth.
I think what I try and do is make up my own games, and I got that off Michelle, who's got a sidekick.
Yes, yes.
She gave me the ideas.
Oh, is that right?
That's why I said you're all a big family to me.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Mike. Completely. I mean, my life now, your life, my life is about stroke. That's it. I mean, my banking days are gone, but I'm okay. I love what we're doing here. It makes a big difference. Yeah, Yvonne, I miss the days of those pants. That's funny. I
I
probably,
sort of live. I live for a Tuesday and a Thursday. Just to connect with everyone. Oh, that was Aladdin as well. I think I had to do a striptease then.
no, how funny. I'm sure if I bring these up? Yeah, I think I did. Great pictures you have.
It was just embarrassing going to the shoe store, a ladies' shoe store, and say, "Can I have a size 11, please?"
That's all. It's all good though, Mike. So, what else can you tell? Because you've been in the situation, I've been in the situation of feeling isolated.
No, I definitely thought of taking my own life because I didn't want to be a burden to my family.
But now it's different.
Yes, I see improvement because I hate the word plateaued that was used. And I said, I'm not accepting it. I'm a stubborn git.
You were told you plateaued.
But my
Okay.
wife, who she did all the training to become a priest while I was in hospital, would never miss a night visiting. I tell you, we wouldn't cope without good women in our lives.
I 100% agree. I mean, your wife seems so lovely, very nice. You know, even the little things, trying to help you with the computer, trying
She has to be,
what's it?
but she has to be nice because she goes with a job.
Oh, so what else can you tell all of us out there that I mean, you're made it through it and you're just moving forward. You're being so positive.
Just do little challenges. Um, day by day, and it just gives you an energy boost. It's like having a drug, you know.
Yeah.
The first time I had, because I was funny with women showering me, couldn't cope with it. So now I shower myself, you know. So I just, you know, the independence is just, you know, amazing.
Yeah. Very true. And yeah, and I know what you're saying about the plateau, because I was told a year after my stroke I have plateaued. But, I mean, I couldn't accept that. So
No.
you've seen the improvements. You've seen yourself improve over the years.
And what I do now, because I think people think I'm mentally retarded, and you know, I have to say no, and I don't give up. I fight for the rights because I have pet hates. There's a one park by me where I take the dog, and nearly every time I go up, somebody's parked on the only drop curb, so I can't get up the path. So I
My
like fighting for rights. Can I tell you a little story?
Please do, please do.
One of my bucket lists was to go to Stonehenge, um, which we went last week, and I booked an accessible room, and we got there, and it wasn't. There was nothing, no rails by the toilets to help, and I I emailed TripAdvisor, and apparently an accessible room it just means you can get in there in a wheelchair, nothing else.
Yeah,
So that's my new vendetta. Because the amount of times people park on drop curbs or on the pavement, sidewalk.
yeah, I agree that I'm with you on that accessible room, because I so many times they just accessible room for me. I have to have a roll-in shower.
Yeah,
Like a walk-in. I can't get in a tub, and so when I've always
no,
get my rooms, they say accessible. I said I don't stop there. I say it needs to be a roll-in, because the accessible, they give you the tub with the handles.
yeah. Jude went mad at me one day. We had a bath when we moved into this new house, and I was that stubborn. I said, Jude, I'm going to get in the bath. Well, it was like something from Titanic. Jack, Jack. I was going, sliding down. Not funny, Jerry.
Well, actually, it is, because I know I feel it. Like I can't get in a bath. I mean, I can. It's not going to be pretty. I would probably hurt myself, and I won't be able to get out. So it's kind of
She
funny.
thought she nearly had to phone the fire brigade to rescue me.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure everybody knows out there. You know, the same feeling. This is. I don't know if you see the
Yeah,
comments coming.
sense of humor, little challenges.
Yes, exactly. I'm. I don't know what. Faithia. I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know if we're getting hacked or not, um, but anyway, it's getting close here. It's close to time. But you know what? First of all, I definitely want to thank you for taking the time out of your late afternoon, my morning, to be on the show and share your story. And
Thank you for being patient with me. Because my show is called "Don't You Know I've Had a Stroke," which is what I used to use all the time in hospital. Um, Pat will especially remember, because I used to say, "I can't do that. Don't you know I've had a stroke?"
exactly. Um, I don't know what's going on here with this, but why don't we'll talk, and we'll get that link to your show, and then we'll share it with our community, and then we'll all, I'll have Salud get on this and mention it to everybody, so we can watch a show and tune in.
Thank you.
So yeah. So
Because I
anyway,
think, to me, it's not just stroke stories, it's inspirational people that affected my life. So I think that's important as well.
it is.
But
I
thank
mean,
you,
that's
Jerry, my old pal.
hey, this is our friendship keeps going, and I really appreciate you on this, and I look forward to your show. And right after this is Salute and Tom's redo. I know I butcher everybody's stuff, but their show's on it in half hour, so it'd be great to see them and watch them. I do their exercise, and it really does
Yeah,
help.
whenever Salu's on, I have to straighten my head because she keeps having to go with Tom.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree. So everybody out there, I appreciate you being here, and it really, I'm glad you did
Thank
because
you.
it makes a big difference. So
Thank you, everybody, as well.
yeah,
Big
thank
kiss
you.
from my